What is going on? I'm zmoT. Today is Thursday. That means it is War Factory Day, not Warships Day. So we are going to avoid me singing down by the bay because we don't need to worry about the Melineers today. So you get a reprieve from my awful, awful singing. Let's have a look at War Factory. Now, this one looks like it's super badass, but I think it's going to be a piece of cake, like an absolute walk in the park, because we can actually use Everspark. So as long as you're XP37 and have Everspark up to level 3, this is going to be a piece of cake, I think. Now, what we're going to do is we're going to start off with a double hack. We're going to push the hack button and flare the far rocket launcher. Typically, I talk to you guys about marking. Today, we're not going to mark anything. And the reason for that is that the next closest defense is the one we want to get rid of. So if the defense, Everspark's targeting mechanism goes by most damaged, and if nothing's damaged, she goes by closest defense. So we're going to walk up into here, we're going to flare on that, and hope that Oh, I thought for certain she was going to walk straight into a boom mine, and she didn't do it. So Everspark, I am a big fan of your work. And so now, as a result, we managed to get rid of 3 rocket launchers on that attack. And now what we're going to do is we're going to pump a little bit of GBE into this rocket launcher right here. And the reason for that is we're going to actually need to mark that one. I'm kind of thinking we'll get rid of this one too. So we'll see. We'll see. Now, what we're going to do afterwards is we're just going to get rid of this machine gun over here. Machine guns and zookas don't do terribly well together. Now, you'll notice I do have Lasertrons loaded. I will not be using Lasertrons on this account. Actually, maybe. Might as well. I got them loaded. We're going to retreat. And for those of you last week who asked why the heck I retreat, the reason is I'm just trying to make it so that you guys can copy whether you have instant training or not. Previously, War Factory guides were all like max level players who had instant training, and that doesn't really work for the average player. So that is the whole goal behind these things. Now, we're going to do something a bit dumb here. This Grappler is, if you've never used the Grappler Express, this is the perfect opportunity. What we're going to do is we're going to drop Everspark right there, and then we're going to throw a smoke right on top of that Grappler, and we're going to let her get pulled right in. It's magical, it's awesome, slightly scary at the same time, but you know what? You gotta live on the edge a little bit. If you're not living on the edge, you're taking up too much space. Man, those shirts. Did anyone of my viewers, commenters, subscribers, please let me know you know what shirt I'm talking about there. Anyways, we will carry on. I'm going to get rid of this rocket launcher as well, simply because, oh, not enough damage on that one. Look at that. So, little bit light on damage on that left-hand side rocket. It did not go down. So, going to have to use some of our available GBE, but we do have the artillery tribe, which is fantastic. Obviously, you have to be HQ18 to have that, so not everyone who's going to take down this War Factory are going to have the benefit of that artillery tribe, but it does do some great stuff. So at this point, this whole entire War Factory has basically been neutered. We've gotten rid of all of the rocket launchers, and now we just need to worry about that shock blaster, and all of that stuff can be shocked with one shock, just like that. So we're going to drop our troops, get back in here, and see what can happen. Now, these Lasertrons might actually be fairly useful, and I'll show more on that in a sec. Actually, I'll show more than that right now. We're going to go like this. 1, 2, blah, and we're going to shock something like that. Our zookas are going to get shot in the face, which is fine and dandy because our Lasertrons are going to stay alive in the background. Now, you can see there, those Lasertrons are doing some damage to all sorts of buildings. They're actually damaging those Grapplers pretty decently, which is going to be helpful. And our zookas are just going to keep walking on forward, getting shot in the face, and we can just slowly start hacking buildings when we start to get low on GBE. Now, Everspark's critters are definitely helping. I probably should have brought with us some of those wonderful, what are those things called? Rifleman dudes, but overall, we're just clearing a path through all of this mayhem. Our zookas are doing some damage. Our Lasertrons are doing some damage. Now, really, are Lasertrons required? Definitely not. I think that zookas would have done far more damage than our Lasertrons. But what's the fun in that? We only get Lasertrons every so often, and now that we've gotten rid of enough zookas, we're going to retreat. Now, just a reminder, grapplers don't actually grab anything as you retreat, so as long as you hit retreat before it starts to grab a Lasertron, you'll be good. And why I'm worried about Lasertrons is that they cost a lot of gold. So at that point, you could have just hit the core. Let's be honest, it's only one shock core hit with brick, but we're just going to walk through all of this stuff one more time simply because we can. So typically I like to try to use smoke because smoke makes every single attack ever better, but in this instance, you know what, let's just walk through it, and we will use Everspark, and we'll use our Lasertrons and just clear all this junk. So Lasertrons definitely helping here, doing second layer damage. They don't do a ton of first layer damage, but in behind, they're doing, you see that machine gun back there, getting damaged. If you were to line them up, you could take this entire war factory down with one Lasertron. Trust me, I've done it. You get right down in this corner and they get rid of those two grapplers, and you have to do that at the max level though. As a low level, it's not really something that you can do simply because low levels end up, I need to get some, what are those things called? I need to get a med kit out. And we're just going to walk into core. And the reason why I did not show that single Lasertron taking out the war factory is that it takes forever. Like, it took me 20 minutes every single second of every single attack, and it's not super awesome. Not something that I recommend doing for sure, but I was curious. So when in doubt, give it a shot. And we are going to get roasted by that hot pot unless it turned and got my flamethrower, so a little bit of a bonus there, but we are still about to be roasted, zookas. Look at that. So down goes the war factory using basically no smokes. Lasertron's helping a little bit. Realistically, you're going to be better off using rifles and zookas though, because it's only one shock once you get rid of the rocket launchers. We'll come back, we'll do it another way just because why the heck not. I'll be back in just a second. Stick around for, it's probably going to take me about 7.5 seconds, I would guess. Please don't time me. Okay, I think that was more than 7 seconds, but what we're going to do here is, you know what, on this one, I have so many Lasertron. You know, let's just use 16 laser. I was going to just barrage the headquarters, but there's not a lot of fun in that. So what we're going to do here is I should have some form of healers. I should definitely have Kavan out here, but I don't. So we're just going to go like this. We're going to get all of our troops down here in this corner, and we're going to try our bestest to just wreck all of this stuff as I use all of my GBE to get rid of those rockets on that left-hand side. This is going to be a massacre. This is going to cost so much gold that it's going to make a number of you cringe and cry inside. But you know what? That's okay too, because gold is not a huge problem right now, I don't think. We'll find out very, very soon. I don't have a clue what I've got for my op reward lately, but if we can solo this using just these wonderful Lasertrons, I'm going to be absolutely amazed. So definitely need to throw some critters over there to distract something. We're doing decent damage, but there's just so many grapplers and rocket launchers in store for us that bad things are happening. Definitely not going to be a solo. Might have been a solo if we had Everspark or Brick loaded, but we didn't. So as a result, there goes a lot of gold. I don't even know what number that is for gold. That's going to be 1.44 million gold. I do not recommend doing that at all, unless maybe you've got Critter Swarm loaded, because that was, look how much we cleared though. We cleared 53. If I was going to do a save the core challenge, that would be my troop of choice, I would think. We got grapplers over there. We're going to go something like this. We need to get some critters over there, and then we're just going to go like this, and we're going to get some critter swarm action, and then we're just going to walk into all of this stuff and just lean in. I mean, at some point, you got to just lean in, because otherwise it's going to be terrible and awful. Need to shock that, and now Critter Swarm need all sorts of critters. This is just absolutely ridiculousness. I do not recommend this strategy to anyone at all. I desperately need a, what are those things called? I need a shock or something, because this is just awfulness in all sorts of ways. Is Everspark dead? Everspark must be lying in a heap somewhere. I'm guessing a Grappler got her. Yep, there we go. There's the Grappler that got her. So definitely losing all sorts of Lasertrons. 16 Lasertrons. Oh, no, Everspark's right there. Where are your critters, Everspark? I'm amazed at how few critters I have seen anywhere. So we are getting absolutely pummeled, but with no prep hits, with like 1 or 2 prep hits, that would have been very, very easy with Lasertrons. Just throw your GBE on the Grapplers, but what's the fun in that? So 16 Lasertrons that turned into 32 Lasertrons, which then came down to be 26 Lasertrons. So pretty awesome spectacle of lights, but let's be honest, that was silly and ridiculous, and that is worthwhile. We're going to pause, come back. You know what? Let's just see if I've got a classified item. I do not, of course. Surprise, surprise. Now, one thing about classified items, I've been a little bit frustrated because I've got like 1 dive spot and it has 1 dive left, and it's something like this. And you just got to get rid of that dive spot, even though you know there's no chance of a classified item. Little bit frustrating for certain. We're going to quickly pick up those things, come back in 2 seconds, and finish off this puppy. Man, I just had flashbacks to yesterday's video. As soon as I said puppy, that P sound just brought me flashbacks of yesterday's video, and we're not gonna go there. For those of you who want to go watch it, it's called like math failure or something like that. I do not recommend it unless you know a lot of P words. I don't even know where the P word thing came from, but I'm gonna have flashbacks and nightmares for weeks as a result. So trying to take down the War Factory unboosted using only GBE. I'm not sure if it's possible. I did not check how much health it had, but let's have a look and see. 330, so it should have 660 health, I believe. 800, and you get the idea. It should have a lot of health, but thankfully we do have the Artillery Tribe, and I'm not using the Artillery Tribe to its fullest, so what I recommend isn't only doing, there's actually a calculator for this as well. I love the calculators in Boom Beach. I don't know if other games have calculators like Boom Beach has calculators, but I don't know if we're going to be able to take this down. It's going to be awfully close on the amount of health that we're going to be able to get. Maybe I should just drop Brick over in here just to watch her get carried away. Don't get carried away, Brick. Anyways, we got 2 attacks left. Let's see how much health we've done, damage we've done. Words are hard this morning. Have not had coffee. Yep, so 600. Ooh, that's more like, yeah, that's exactly 600,000. Well, 602. We are doing pretty well. It's going to be very, very close to see if we can actually get all of this damage down or not. Let's get rid of a Grappler as we're throwing artilleries. I think our artilleries are actually missing that Grappler, and then just lots and lots and lots of artilleries. The problem with artillery is it does not clear other defenses, so you don't get that secondary damage, that second layer of damage like the Lasertrons were getting. Oh, I did not see that hot pot touching the core. I guess I probably could have done that. Let's see how much health is left. It's going to be so close. Yeah, no problem at all. So 5 unboosted attacks using just GBE, and down goes War Factory. I think easy peasy. Look at that. So if you're a max level, just remember that that's always a possibility, especially with this artillery reduction cost damage thing. So 3 different attacks, 3 different ways to do it. One that was awesome. 2 that was ridiculous and 3 that was easy. So hopefully that gave you some help. Do keep rocking in the free world. I shall talk to you soon, and don't forget to subscribe and throw my name over here in your creator boost and comment and share it with your buddy. And do hide a grappler, by the way. That is, you know what? Let's check my defenses. See if I got any defenses. Look at this. So this is the #1 tip that I have for you. Hide a grappler behind some golden statues and behind some red statues. And watch this. Comes over to the right-hand side thinking he's all clever, and then what? So easy way to defend is pull bullet or pull a Lasertron away, and just the colors. Look at that, like the yellow and the red. It works so well. And as a result, managed to get some defense. And obviously, if I'd been attacked more recently, we'd have more than that. But right now is Lasertron season, so do consider hiding a grappler. I shall talk to, and by the way, you'll notice I've got extra boom cannons on that left-hand side, which push people to the right-hand side. Trying to get some extra intel and diamonds. I shall talk to you soon. I've talked too much. Thanks for coming in. I'm zmoT. Peace.